Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa and Korean Psych Investigators.
Hello, everybody.
Hi guys, so today is Friday, February 21st, and it's about a little bit after 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We're starting to record. And as I was talking to Karina, and lately there's so much news, of course, every day. But what I've been
Hmm.
feeling like doing lately is to kind of grab a couple of things and then kind of go over it to see the ramifications to everything else. So today, I think we're going to start with the German elections that are happening on Sunday. So we know that with this whole story about how when JD Vance went to Europe, he basically uh, just threw insulted Europe, basically turned against our allies. Whatever happens
Hmm.
here is going to play a very big role here. And we know that Elon
Hmm.
Filonia is very invested in the neo-Nazi party. So let's talk about it. Okay, so let's do the protection first.
Yes.
Ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. A greater circle, a greater circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that I create the good and only the good, and so it is. Okay, so let's then let me share the screen here. Okay, so this is from The Guardian. So it's about it's a poll about the election.
Hmm.
So it's a parliamentary system, and they will form coalitions depending on how they win. Okay. So
Yeah.
so then okay, we have this. So here, just so you know, here let's say that the latest here we have the top here. CDU is the Christian Democratic Party, which is the Merkel party, center right. Then we have AFD, which is the far right, is second place with 20%. Then SPD, that's the center left, which is it's a party that in a way is also a little bit compromised by Russia because there's some
Hmm.
the Gerhard Schroeder is belongs to this party and he's definitely connected to Putin. Then you have the Gulna, which I think I like them because there's this woman, um, what's her name? Annalena Baerbock, Baerbock, the foreign minister. She's always been very pro-Ukraine. So we'll see again what are going to be the results, and it's I would like to ask Spirit, please, to show us also if it's gonna get stolen. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
because that's what happened here, right? With oh no, Kamala is gonna come, but we would like to know if there's an outcome where and maybe because it's Germany and you actually probably have German citizenship, right? You probably have a German passport in a way, actually, when you think about it. You can probably have one if you want.
Yes. Hmm.
But still, it's not like it impacts us so directly like Kamala. So in a way,
Right.
we maybe look at it in that way. So let's ask what is going to happen on Sunday as far as the German elections are concerned, and then looking here at okay, the top again, CDU is the top, and then, but it kind of doesn't matter necessarily. It's more like what I don't even know who. It doesn't make sense when it's not really exactly about who, but it's about the party. But the point is like all we want to know is really is the far right gonna win or not?
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
that's what we want to know. And then we're going to look into what role will Elon Musk play. Are they going to cheat in the election over there? And what's right, what is the outcome for us out for their election, right? So is that right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so let's start. So Sunday is the German election. So
Okay.
what will be the outcome of Sunday's election, February 23rd? So the first question we'd like to know is whether the AFD, the far right party supported by Elon Musk, is going to win, and they could potentially have a government if that's the case, or if there will be a coalition. Okay, first question. So let's find out. Okay, so who is it going to be, the far right or something else? And if something else, give us a picture. Doesn't have to be a person, but just the outcome. Okay, so let's be
Hmm.
silent and we'll find out. Okay.
Go ahead, Rosie. I'm sorry. I was still looking.
No, go ahead. Keep looking. Keep looking. Take your time. So is it okay?
I'm a little confused.
Tell me. Okay. Tell me. Okay. I'll tell you. Should I tell you what I see? And then, okay.
Yeah, 'cause I was all over the place. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. So I see that when I look, I see that there somebody, it looks like Merkel to me, even though she's not. I don't think she's in politics at this moment. But every like this woman, and it's like everybody's like, oh, sense of relief. A sense that's what I get, relief after the elections, that they beat the far right, because right now it's seeing everybody's focused, everybody who's not the far right is focused on beating them, making sure they don't fall into power, and I don't see them getting to power. Then I see this woman, the one who was the head of the FD is called Alice Ver something with a V, a W, I'm sorry. Vendel, something like that. And she's this blonde woman. She just is like, and I see that she's for some reason in a farm, like collecting vegetables or something, and it's like, oh, she's so angry. And she does, damn it. And then I see that she's exposed. So do I feel like she's going to win? No, I don't feel like they take it over. That's what I got. Okay, so that's
Okay.
what I got. We could have, you could have a different vision, we don't know.
No, I saw those lines that was on the screen. And so I tried to see who got to the finish line first, and it was the green. The green was the good line for me because that's the way so even if it wasn't on the picture, I'm sorry, but for me, the green was good. And so the green made it to the finish line, but there was something behind the scenes. That's what I was a little worried about because it felt like, yes, she made it to the finish line, but there was something beyond that. Like there was a little chaos behind the scenes.
Mm.
And I'm not getting why there was chaos
I,
behind the scene.
by the way, I got a few things. Maybe let's see if that may connect with what you saw. So
Okay.
I saw this image that I had seen before several times when we asked about Germany, which is that I see the image of the current chancellor with his like metal plate, like really literally a metal plate, putting, and then it's against like thunder, electricity. You put it, you block the thunder from coming in. So I wonder
Mm-hmm.
if they will block signals from something, because it's like almost as if they know that there's something there. And I see that he's blocking these signals, and I don't know why I get electricity. Right? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Like it's some
Yeah.
sort of signal thing that they're blocking. They're blocking signals.
Yeah.
And then that's one thing I saw. The other thing I saw is that um that's right. So I saw this. What was it? There was this. Oh, there was some. Also, I see that there could be bomb. You know how there were bomb threats? They could do the same there. They could try to
Yeah.
do some sort of chaos like they did here. They will do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost wondered at some point, I saw that the guy, the Schultz, would be like, oh, let's do that if they try to delay it or something happens where they could try to do something like that. But it's because it's serious. They will try interference for sure. But do I
Yeah.
think right?
Yeah. No, I didn't think they would win. Like, I still see the green being good, like, the party that
Mhm.
want to win, but there is some chaos behind the scenes. But, I'm not going to lie, I still see Leon's face.
Mm,
But what I do see is, how he's really pasty white a lot of times? He's pale.
mm.
He's even pastier, if that's even a word, which I don't think it is, but it's like he's just white, really white, pasty, and sweaty. So it's like when you're sick and you get that really pale, like the color drains from your skin.
Well,
He's looking like that.
this reminds me of like what you're describing sounds like an overdose of some sort. Could he be having an overdose? Are we gonna, he takes a lot of drugs, all kinds of drugs. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. He might go into the overdose after hits the results of the election, the German election. Because I
Mm,
feel like he's behind this. he is behind the scenes. I'm not gonna, I get that energy of him behind the curtain
Mm,
feeling. So, there's shenanigans going on. Of
mm,
course there is. But
mm,
I believe that they're gonna outwit him and outsmart him.
mm, mm,
And that, once he kind of figures all that out, because I do see his drug use getting worse and worse.
mm.
As the energy gets lighter and lighter for us, I see his drug use just getting worse and worse. Kind of like them all, they all just crumble.
So let's ask then this. Once the results are in from the German election, what does Mark Rutte think of the results of the German election? Let's see, what does Mark Rutte of NATO think of the results of the German election?
You feel I get this, yes,
But
like his leg goes up and his fist goes
yeah,
down, like yes.
but I also feel like he's not too like, but maybe that's just his personality. I don't know. Like he's like, yeah, like okay, but not like, oh my God, like something
Yeah,
where
no,
we
he's
got to.
more measured than that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
and
then go ahead.
and I'm gonna just tell people I am so sorry if Rosie and I end up talking over each other, because I'm having technical difficulty, so I don't always quite hear when she starts to speak. So please forgive me for that today.
Mm.
But go ahead.
No, that's a great. I just that's what I got. That he was like, okay, good. And then I see that Putin is like kind of like not. It didn't quite work out. But I see interesting. You know what I see that actually Elon Musk, he's shocked or surprised
Yeah.
that it didn't go the way he thought he was because this is what I feel like. So maybe I have this question. What I saw
Yeah.
about the metal plate and so did they block signals from the from something? Is that did German intelligence intervene? Like, will they? Does it make sense what I'm saying, Karina? Because I feel like there's something there.
Well, when you said that, did they block the signals? I saw the metal plate and I saw, um, so for instance, if you had a laser beam
Hmm.
and you had lots of them going at a metal plate, so the metal plate was blocking something. Yes.
So was it?
Blocking.
Did
So
they?
it was the German intelligence.
Yes, it's saying they did. They did block. They knew where it was going to come from, and they blocked it. Wow. So they couldn't access anything. Wow. Wow.
No, no. And you know what? As you're saying this, I got those chills going up my legs and I feel actually kind of giddy. Like I'm the German government going, you know,
Mm,
they were ahead of the game.
wow. Yeah, because I see Elon's like because he's so upset. It's kind of strange to me, honestly. I'm like, why? Okay, sorry guys. I know self-soothing here with makeup with the roses.
Well, you know what? I also get right now, he has that gall or audacity about him in the way that, he can look at you and go, how could you not want to be a Nazi? I don't understand. Don't you get how wonderful that would be? You know, he has that mentality. So he just assumes that, he can put everybody in their place doing that and we'd all fall in line because we all want to be that. No,
No,
he
but what
just has a really warped conception of
I know, no.
him wanting to be a Nazi.
But what I got, Karina, was not about that necessarily. It was more like he thought the technology was all in place for them to win. He was expecting it to happen just like it happened in the US, in a
Oh,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it
No,
didn't.
I'm just saying his energy.
Okay, okay. So, when
Yeah.
it didn't happen, he was like, "What?" He thought he was. This sounds crazy, but he really thinks he's gonna like rule the world. He's like, "But I'm supposed to be the emperor
Yes.
of the world. Who on? I'm supposed to win the world. It's my world, the entire world."
Yeah. No, that's his goal. It's always been
And
his
he's
goal.
surprised that it didn't work out. And it somehow, I feel like he feels like it's very demoralizing to him that he didn't win. He didn't win. So what happened here? So tell me.
Well, because he didn't win, there's a lot of other people that didn't win. So now that's what you know what? I just saw an eggshell crack.
What
I
does that
just saw an eggshell crack. So he's being defeated in this one. So this I want to say the hold he had, the power he had, the tentacles he has in all these other places to do things, it's starting to crack.
mean?
And that's when, you know, Putin's not going to be happy about that either. Neither is Peter Thiel. You know, the cracks are starting to show.
Mm. Okay. Mm. Wow. Oh, you know what I got when you said the Peter Thiel? I got this image, and it's kind of going back to that image of I saw them. They're blocking them with the metal thing. That somehow the intelligence over there picks up that the Peter. There's like oh, they kind of pick up the ones that are involved, and like so does it make sense? There was something where
Oh
they like
yeah.
intercepted, so they know, and they're like, and I see Peter Thiel like, oh, somebody went into this. They accessed the system. They like so they're kind of scared because they were caught. And I feel like they don't realize maybe at this point they were caught, kind of the US didn't stop, wasn't able to stop it, but was aware of it. So
Right.
I think what I got is that they were surprised that there's a response. They were stopped basically. They can't say it out loud, but they were. And so that the German uh the German whatever intelligence, military, whatever it is, they caught it and they I guess they it tells me they that may have access. You know how they can go into a system. They can there was the hackers too or whatever you call it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can go in and be like, kind of stop it from the inside. And
Yeah.
that's what something they may have already done. And they're like, oh, but they put two and two together and they realize that something must have happened. And
Mm-hmm.
like and so really so that's like you said, it's a really bad, and I see it's really bad, the situation for them, because they feel like this is what I pick up, this like desperation, like they kind of know, I think something happened, I see that, but they
Yeah.
weren't expecting it. Now what I got next, which is kind of interesting, I don't know if Peter Thiel has a US citizenship, because he came to the US when he was 10. So he definitely is probably still, I don't know if he can renounce the German, I don't know how it works. But I feel
Yeah.
like he's a German citizen, so they can go after him because of that.
Oh yeah.
So they feel like, oh, you know what? It's not, there's something about it. It's kind of, I don't quite understand it. They're working on something here against him
Yeah.
on a
Yes.
personal level, like because of he's involved in all of this. So because he's a German citizen, and they have, how like over there you cannot say certain things, they had to change the grammar even to get rid of Nazism, right? That was a few
Mm-hmm.
some of the things they've done. So it's illegal to do a lot of like, to call to create fake news and all that. It's not acceptable. So
Mm-hmm.
this guy, right? It's like,
Yeah.
so wow, Karina, very interesting, I find.
And I just had another image.
Mm,
Okay. So Joe Biden took me back to the Situation Room
mm,
and he's going, see, do you understand how deep this is? And he's showing me this web, again, the web that we've seen so many times. I know I have, and you have too. And it's on every monitor, and it's going in every part of this world, every country. And he's telling me, this is why it's so big. It's so big. It's so big.
mm,
So, I still feel that there's the trap has been set.
mm,
They're letting these guys fall into that web.
mm. What do you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying. That that's right. They were like, how they have computer viruses, right? Like where they can,
Hmm.
that's what I feel like these intelligence agencies have done. They have quote unquote contaminated their systems in a way. So,
Yeah.
so they're picking up on what they're doing. They have stopped them and everything. So that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, because
Great.
it's saying they see now, it's saying that Germany now sees them as like Osama bin Laden like, right? Which is true. They're acting like terrorists,
It
really,
is true.
right? So they're being treated and
Yeah, they
treated like
are.
terrorists. Wow, wow. So Yeah, and I see again when it shows me again the image of Elon Musk freaking out, like you said,
Hmm.
and also Peter
Yeah.
Thiel. They know, they just can tell there's something going on. There is something going on.
Yeah, they can, they're starting to feel that. They've been feeling that vibe for a while, and it's, you know, how
Mm,
I've been telling you, it's getting lighter for me, it's getting heavier for them.
wow, wow, very interesting, isn't it? Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, because I see that, for in a weird way, I see Peter Thiel especially very upset about the German elections because they, you know what okay, did you see that today or yes, no, yesterday Bannon did the Nazi salute. First it was just Elon Musk. Now Bannon did the CPAC. He did the Nazi. So it's like I think they feel that they're like, oh, we can revive the Nazi movement or
Yeah,
whatever. That's what I think they wanted to have a Hitler. I'm not actually kidding. Like they wanted
exactly.
a new, like a true neo-Nazi thing where like,
Right.
and that's why I swear to God, I think Elon is it. I mean, it's not like he's hiding the fact that he's a Nazi, but he wanted to go over there to Germany and be the leader, like the
Yeah.
Führer, right? Like how he was
Yeah.
with Hitler.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He feels that everybody should just love that. We're
Hmm.
bringing it back.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
I'm going to do it. And it's like, wait a
And,
minute. Do you
and he
realize
thought,
what that was all about?
yeah, and he
But
thought
no, he doesn't.
he wanted to be the new, like, the man or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
that's why I think to them that's like a moral defeat from their perspective. So wow, that's really interesting. I wasn't expecting this, quite honestly. That's before we talked, right? I had no idea, but it's so interesting. Okay, now
And it's a big political defeat, too. It's a
Mhm.
big political defeat for them as well,
Wow.
because Germany would have been a good snag, is what I get for
So
Leon.
so then what happens to you? Like, okay, so then after the German election, what happens to the budget for, because they want to get this huge budget to help Ukraine. So is the budget for Ukraine gonna be okay from Europe, right? Are they gonna be okay and everything? Let's see. After the German election, what happens to Ukraine? No, I see Ukraine, Zelensky hugging or going over there more and more
Yeah.
because guys, I'm sorry, Karina, did you see lately Trump is really gone all the way in on repeating the BS that Putin says, completely
Oh,
anti-Ukraine.
yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's saying always, and I see Zelensky always protected, and it's not for Russia. It's just they're not gonna meant to win anything. No,
Mm-mm,
I don't
mm-mm.
see.
No,
So,
Zelensky always comes out on top for me, always.
so wow. So okay, wow, interesting. That's not fascinating, Karina.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a lot came out on that.
Wow. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's see. I think there's maybe something else. Okay, just one sec. Okay, so now we are at this video of Elon Musk at the CPAC conference holding a chainsaw. So again, now do we have this approach, right, where we look at things as a almost like as a screen to see what's underneath and so forth, and what it may be indicating to us on a bigger, on a bigger level. So let's see. Let's just because it's Karina
Yeah.
was okay. Let's see here. Okay, so
Shocked. Shocked. Oh my God. Oh my God.
so apparently this chainsaw was a gift from the Argentinian president, who's another like
That's
libertarian.
even worse.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is that. So what is so I guess what is in even what is going on here? What I guess let's just ask what is going on here and what is going on here? What is the truth behind this image? Okay, let's ask like what is the truth behind this image of Elon Musk holding a chainsaw in the CPAC? Okay. So interesting, I got a couple of things. I got one that's his state of mind. He wants to destroy, he's destroying the world. He thinks that everybody hates him. It's the paranoia of the drug addict, the narcissist, that he sees that, wow, destroy them all. Like we just take it down, it's so easy. There's no problem with the government, get rid of it, get rid of it. So he's on his high on his own supply. And then I see that spirits suggest something like that this is a person who thinks that they're creating reality. And
Mm-hmm.
there's no, it's a theater essentially. He something they're kind of telling me that he believes he's God. He believes he's like a God. He could do anything. And it's also
Yeah.
partially related to his brain, collapsing brain, and also his narcissism. But then the spirit says that's not true. He's just the more he the problem with people who want to think that they're gods is that they need more and more and more to sustain their megalomania. And there
Mm-hmm.
isn't
Hmm.
a lot more. And that's why he gets crazier and crazier and crazier because the price is always
Yeah.
higher and higher. So there's no there really, it's saying. And
Yeah.
so and so that's that. Now what because also what's happened to Gwen, I've seen now. I'm not saying though that it's not necessarily that we have to like ping our hopes onto somebody or something, but I've seen several Republicans, even Republican senators, going against the whole Ukraine anti-Ukraine thing and saying
Yeah.
Putin is a dictator. Even the New York Post putting on the cover that Putin is a dictator, Zelensky's not a dictator. So, so my, I guess the question is, what is that? It's saying the brittleness. So it's entertainment. But it shows me that this is collapsing. It's the
Yeah.
beginning, the collapse. That's what I got. So
Yeah.
that's what I.
Yeah. I mean, it's so psychotic. It's so psychotic. It's sociopathic. It's everything. Like I said, was we were talking, and I saw him as Rosie and I were talking earlier, turning on that chainsaw and just cutting everything he could get his hands on, everything in his path. He's very dangerous, and it's at this moment he's very fueled up on drugs. He is just in a reality that's not reality.
Mhm,
It's his own reality, exactly. Like, like I said earlier, he's in this reality where he thinks he can bring all this stuff about, and he can't. He is he thinks he's so powerful, and we're just all watching him fall apart. It's pathetic. If you
mhm,
ask me, it's simply disgusting. It's pathetic. He needs to be reined in. That's just not normal behavior, and there isn't anything about that scene that's normal. Why would you even give somebody a chainsaw at the CPAC? I mean, what does that even mean? Obviously, why? It's just there's nothing normal about this.
So,
Wow.
okay, so let's see what. So then you mentioned Karina that he's. So how is the? Okay, given where he is today, what is next on his on Elon Musk's road to collapse? Okay, so right.
Mm-hmm.
So given where he is today, where's what is next on his road to collapse? Wow, I see that he goes. He may be even sleeping in some of these offices of the government or something, and people find him like waking, like sleeping in his own vomit. Uh, And
Yeah.
then, but he has security though. He has a lot of security, so it's not as if he's alone. But there's no. I see that there's all these bodyguards now. There's no real guardian. Does it make sense? He has no real like real friends or even his family. They're all sycophants. Is that how you say it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and there's nobody saying no. He needs to go to rehab. He needs to know because everybody's
No,
making everybody's on the train, so they all benefit in a way or
exactly.
another from this. So what is
Yeah. That's
next?
all it is. They're just there for the money.
No, and I see that he does crazier and crazier things, and it's clear that, and I see that the public opinion turns more and more against him, and he's actually fueled by the hatred in a way, like, oh, people hate me. Let me show them. Let me show. And he starts doing crazier and crazier things until it's like somebody has to arrest the guy or stop him or whatever. Neuter him.
Right. Yeah.
So, wow,
I
interesting.
mean, I hate to say it, but it's the classic villain movie.
Mm-hmm.
He is the classic villain, and he has to be stopped. Somebody has to take him out in a way. And I don't mean that like that, but take him down. He
Mm-hmm.
is gotten himself so big that he needs to be taken down in a big way. He just can't keep going. But honestly, he's imploding as he's going.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of a he does it to himself more kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. So, yeah, so no, it's just a kind of, it tells me it's the lowest point. And then it shows me, you know how when you have the coldest day of the winter, then it gets warmer, or the longest day,
Yeah.
shortest day, something like that. So that's what it feels like. That's gonna get weaker and weaker as we progress. Wow. So, okay.
Yeah, it's forcing everybody to choose what they want. We don't want a guy like this around. We
Mhm.
don't want this. We don't want it. We want to stand up to a guy like this.
And
So it's
so
making everybody else make decisions too.
the harm that he's making, like he's firing people, they're all going after. Is this just checking you and I? Is it going to be reversible soon, or is he going to really be able to kind of like how much more harm is he going to be able to do to us before he is taken down or removed or whatever? Elon Musk, that is.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but until he's stopped, he's going to do everything he can to harm us.
Mm,
But the thing is, it's like I also get, every time he tries something, I see a hand go up. So there's delays, or they try to stop him at every
mm,
turn.
mm,
But there are going to be some things he gets through, but I just don't see it lasting very long
mm.
or
Okay,
sustaining that energy. No.
okay, all right, okay. So, okay, all right. So interesting, interesting. All right. So, okay, so let me just last question about this and then we'll go maybe to another topic or not. But let's see. I'd like to know, Corinne, I know timing is very difficult, but how much more time is he going to have in the government? I mean, if we can quantify. I know it's not how much time he has, like when he's going to leave, but this makes sense. How much more time do we see if we
Okay.
quantify
Let's see
month?
if we get a,
Because January, the day is the 21st, so pretty much it's been like a month, okay,
yeah.
since Trump's. So if we think of, I like to imagine as a form, so a cube is like how long it's been. So how many more cubes until he goes?
Hmm, okay. I got two and a half. I got a total, not more.
Mm.
So he'd be in the government a total of 2.5 months.
It's interesting because I picked up a cube, so more time. It's like a cube and a slice of it. So a cube and 1/15% something. So like a tiny, even less than so it would be a month and a few like less than a week actually.
That'd
So
be better.
yeah, so something like that. So that would be by the April. Would he be there April 1st? Let's see. No, April 1st is like a
But yeah, total. So if he was in the government total of 2.5 months, that'd be what, in the middle of March, right?
okay, one, two, that would be no, that's the 20th of January, so
Oh, it's January 20th.
20th.
Yeah. I'm thinking of
20th.
the,
That would be until early April, I guess. I did think it was earlier that, like I said, I don't feel like it's one, to me anyway, it was like a little bit less than a month and a half, but
yeah,
definitely more, at least a month more and a few more days at least. So that would be, let's just say the very beginning of April, right?
yeah.
Hmm. Or it's saying
But,
this.
it's like we just did that at the same time. I don't know. I also get that still that lightness in March. So who knows?
Hmm. Okay. But at least it's saying his measures or his people. Because even if he's removed, let's say there's this Doge thing, could still, you have to stop the whole Doge bullshit, right?
Exactly,
So,
exactly. They can pluck the guy out, but they still have to stop the machine.
mm,
So, it's going to be a process. But what I did just see too is that, and it came up when we were saying what is going to be,
mm,
his next downfall. It showed me, when you have dominoes set up and they do those
mm,
patterns and everything, and you hit the one domino and it just goes. Well, he had already fallen backwards and hit the first domino, so they started to fall.
mm,
So I believe that it has started to
mm,
all unravel that way, and
okay.
Germany is going to play a big part of that for
Mm,
him.
okay. Good. Okay. Okay. That's right. So, yeah, and it's interesting you say that, and then I see this image of him being like having a mental breakdown that he's not going to be the new hit, whatever hitter. But I'm his heir. I'm supposed to take over the job, and I can't. Oh my God. What happened? What happened? I was supposed to take over the world. I can't believe like so so it's
Yeah.
really went to the stank.
False reality for him, man. Isn't
Yeah.
that the truth?
So wow. So that was the heading on this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay, guys. So Corina is gonna right. So we say goodbye for now. No.
Yes. Have to go work.
Okay. All right. So okay. No, you know what? I'm so this is so awkward. Let me push. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Have a good weekend, everybody.
yeah, I'm definitely going to do at least one video this weekend, but Corina is back on Monday, right, Corina? You said.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.